Hey, this is Alan Gassman, and I am here with my friend and my mentor, Srikumar Rao. Srikumar was a professor at Columbia University, became a professor at several universities, and wrote two very important books, Are You Ready to Succeed? And Happiness at Work. And anyone who occupies a human body, who like to improve the operating system that you are living with, should read those books as soon as possible. In fact, don't even watch this webinar. Turn this thing off right now. Go get the books, start reading them, and let Srikumar change your life the way he's changed mine and a great many. So Srikumar has a wonderful program called Creativity and Personal Mastery, which he developed at Columbia University, experimenting on graduate students, including law students and medical students. And it's a private program, and it's quite a wonderful program. I know a lot of people watching this have taken the program, but what I'm here today to talk to Srikumar about is a new workshop that he is giving with Chip Conley. And this is a 1-week program, and it's February 6th through the 13th in Baja, California, at a beautiful place. And Srikumar, tell us a little bit about this program and why you're so excited about it.
Oh, sure. In order to tell you about the program, Alan, I have to tell you a little bit about Chip Conley. Chip Conley was the founder and CEO of the Joie de Vivre hotels in San Francisco. He had something like 35 or 40 hotels. So I believe it was either the largest or the second largest chain of boutique hotels in America before he sold it. And he discovered, by the way, that there were a lot of people like him, successful entrepreneurs, CEOs who reached a certain stage, and we're generally talking about their mid-50s, when they were done with the business part of it, and they still had a lot to offer and were not quite sure what to do. So he founded this thing called the Modern Elders Academy, which was both a method for them to communicate the wisdom that they have had gained to persons who were ready to accept it, and at the same time also provide them with here's what I'm going to do with the rest of the life. And Chip was a wonderful exemplar of this, because after he sold JDV, Joie de Vivre Hotels, he was the senior mentor, modern elder with Airbnb. And he was advising Brian Chesky, who was the founder of Airbnb, of how to be a world-class hospitality company, because they just weren't persons renting out rooms, they were in the hospitality industry. So he got them to start thinking differently about that. So that led to his Chip founding an organization called the Modern Elders Academy. And what the Modern Elders Academy does is, in a spectacularly luxurious seaside setting in Baja, California, he invites thought leaders to share their concepts with a small group, generally 20, max 25 persons, who are all successful. They're not quite retired, but they're not retired either, to ponder on important issues in life. And in my case, I'm going to be talking about how you can transform your life, because, as you know, my view of life is it is a spiritual journey. And there are business and other things that you accomplish, but you accomplish them in the context of being on your spiritual journey. And how do you harmonize the two, which is my life work.
Beautiful. So Srikumar, how will this be different than a creativity and personal mastery 3-day weekend, which I think viewers
several ways. First of all, we don't cover all of the material that we would in a typical CPM class, but we do cover the important concepts. Second, Chip Conley will share what his learning has been as he's gone through, his life path, and he will share the experience, share his experience of people who have gone through this route and are now looking for bringing more meaning to their life. So we'll actually be co-teaching it. So there'll be a lot of Chip material as well as a lot of my material. And the most important way is that it'll be in a very relaxed setting with a small, intimate group in a wonderful, wonderful locale. You can take strolls by the beach and you can hang out. And as you know, a lot of the learning in such programs comes from interaction between the participants. And this is as good a setting as you can find for having a relaxed, really deep sharing set of conversations.
Kumar, what book or books would you recommend that somebody read to think
I
about?
would actually recommend that somebody read both of my books, Are You Ready to Succeed and Happiness at Work. And by the way, my new book is under production right now. In fact, I just am in the process of approving the cover design. So that should be out probably by May of next year.
Wow, what's it called?
It's called Modern Wisdom, Ancient Roots.
Oh.
The Movers and Shakers Guide to Unstoppable Success.
Love it. That's fantastic.
You'll get a copy as soon as it's out.
Good. Now, this conference with Chip, do you foresee doing it again if it's successful, or is this a
Could
one?
happen again. Right now, it's a one-shot deal, but as with all things in all businesses, if it turns out the response is overwhelming, then we'll do it again.
Beautiful. Okay. Well, Sri Kumar, thank you so much for that information. I know that I'm going to have friends attending this conference. I'm sure it's going to be a tremendous success and very meaningful for those who are fortunate enough to interact with you and Chip.
Thank you very much, Alan. And what we've got to do is we've got to get you and Masha out there, if not this time, then the next time.
I hope so. I hope so.
Yeah, I'm trying to work on see if I can get Meena to be joining, and she probably will for some time.
Perfect.